Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators, and my name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial Earth Angel, and I am a Gaia Beacon. I am an Ascended Master, here for the 10th and final time, born on the 333rd day of the year. And we're going to go ahead and get into another psychic investigation read at this time. The energy is very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. It has been all day. So we're going to tap in and find out what's going on. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey. There were a couple of things yesterday that I said that we were going to look up, and we did not. I realized that afterwards. So one of those things is the spirit of Apophis. Okay, so we're going to look up Apophis. And again, thank you so much for tuning in, investigators and General Collective. Okay, Apophis, also known as a pep. You have heard me say a pep. Okay, is the ancient god of chaos. A giant serpent who embodied evil and was the enemy of the sun Ra. Okay. He is the embodiment of darkness and disorder, and the struggle between Apophis and Ra represented the nightly battle between chaos and order. Okay. They called the hour of 3 to 4 o'clock, or 2 to 4 o'clock, or 2 to 5 o'clock, depending on what you read. I generally just say 3 to 5 o'clock is the witching hour. They call that the witching hour. Okay. Apophis and Ra represented the nightly battle between chaos and order, or darkness and light. The name Apophis is the Greek version of the Egyptian Apep. A-P-E-P. Okay, Apophis is A-P-O-P-H-I-S. Okay. Depicted images. Here's one. Okay. Current time is 8:07. Okay, so 8:07, 8/7 investigators. I think we looked up someone's birthday. 8/7. Chino or Chico Beneman. Okay, from Half and Half. I believe he was born on 8/7 of 74. I believe. Let's check and see. Investigators, remember to meditate over your cases before you hit the town. Okay? Yes, born 8/7. Okay? So this guy, the being here that we know named today legally is Chico, right? Beneman. Okay. 8/7/74. Okay. I will need to shuffle the cards. I did not do that prior, so the stack mainly. Okay, so that takes a minute. So give me just one moment while I do that. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the energy. Another name that's been brought to me is Sabrina Carpenter. Okay, so we're going to look up Sabrina Carpenter's name. Sabrina came out yesterday in the reading. the second reading. So we're going to look up Sabrina Carpenter's information. Okay. Born 5/11/99 investigators, 5/11/99. Sabrina Ann Lynn Carpenter. Okay. Started out on the Disney Channel, Girl Meets World. She's 26, born in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Quaker oatmeal, Pennsylvania. Oatmeal is a great thing to eat. Okay, a good thing. I shouldn't say a great thing. That's a good thing to eat. Okay. She has an aunt whose name is Nancy Cartwright, investigators. All right. So Sabrina Carpenter. Here are some of the images of this being at this lifetime around. Okay, that's a confirmation with the stopping of the music. It did that on its own. Okay. So she is a music artist. So, okay. She's on tour now. Yeah, she's on tour currently. Okay, parents, David and Elizabeth, investigators, David and Elizabeth, David, Elizabeth, Liz, siblings, Sarah, Shannon, and Kayla. Sarah, Shannon, Kayla. Okay, collective. Start out with angel numbers. Thank you, Divine, for this day. Thank you for the energy, whatever it is supposed to be, that it's revealing to us, whatever it's showing us. Okay, I can tell you that I've been asking a lot of questions today, asking AI a lot of questions, Google, however you want to word it. And it's interesting that no angel numbers came out, went that full shuffle. So that's essentially what I've been finding out through my journeys and the questions that I've been asking. So a lot of my questions deal with the truth around Issa, the truth around Jesus that you all call him, or they call him. Okay. And the image that was changed, that was portrayed, that was right. And so a lot of it deals with, why was the true image of that being changed? Why was it changed to a blonde-haired, blue-eyed European? Why was that? In large part, it was due to, in the 6th, 17th century, it was due to the need for the church to control or feel like it maintained control. Okay? So the European church, okay, the Roman Catholic Church, okay, they wanted to maintain control. And this is also why all of the truth is not printed and widely distributed. That is also why you do not have the book of the Gospel of Thomas, the infancy of Yeshua, the book of Mary Magdalene. This is the reason why a lot of these canonical texts you have to go research on your own for, because, okay, racism started back then, okay? So they did not want, European, Roman Catholic, whoever, did not want you or me to know that they were of olive-skinned and they came from an olive-skinned nation. They did not want you to know that they had brown eyes. Okay, they did not want you to know that they have dark hair or brown hair. Okay, why? Because, okay, in Western society, okay, that is also linked to control of the indigenous people and the African American slaves. Those are the originals who came over to America. If you were born in Sacramento, okay, and you are as brown as I am, you are not an African American. You are a brown American. Okay, Plain and simple. Your ass ain't probably never even been to Africa or a country there on the continent. Okay? You are a brown American. You are not an African American. The originals who came over here were African American. The slaves. Not you. Okay? Unless you know for a fact that you were in a different lifetime back then. Okay? And even still today. Okay? That is not true for if you were born in the United States of America. Okay? So a lot of it deals with that. And I remember some time ago when Divine revealed that to me about how racism, or not racism, but slavery started. And it started with Yeshua. It started with Issa. Because they did not like the way that being looked, okay, they lied and then commenced to enslave anyone who looked like that. And then they went ahead and brought that over to Western society, brought that over to America, kicked the Indians out, gave them small pieces of land, plots of land instead of the entire country. Okay? It's the country that President Trump runs today. Speaking of which, he's in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia right now. President Trump is. He's in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Landed today. Okay? Yeah, there's definitely something going on in the energies. Cards are slow to come out. Okay? Slow to come out. Okay? Okay, we have 3 message cards here. We have the Queen of Wands message, we have the 7 of Wands message, and we have the Moon message. Okay? Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Erebot. Thank you, Ascended Masters, including Issa, including Jesus, as y'all say, including them. Okay? Yeah. It's definitely like the energy is, I don't want to say stagnant, but it is, yeah, as the King of Swords comes out here, it fell out of the deck. I was trying to collect the deck to put it down, and it fell out of the deck. So that's exactly what the energy is. Okay, of course. I mean, you expect anything else? Let me shuffle the angel numbers one more time to see. So this may not be a very long reading. We'll see. Oh, it's at 2112 showing. 2112. I have seen that number a couple of times today. You could be seeing that number. If you are, there's something here for you. So in my journeys and in my questioning and in my asking, and why does man not want man to know the truth? AI even contradicts itself. So you can ask AI, for instance, is the infancy of Yeshua true? And AI will say no. But then you will ask AI, which Gnostic texts, okay? Don't say canonical because they don't recognize them as canonical texts. So you have to ask it in the way that they can decipher the question properly. Or you have to say apocryphal text. And you say, is the infancy of Yeshua the truth? They will say no. But then if you ask, does the infancy of Yeshua tell us about the miracles that they performed as a child? Jesus performed as a child. Then they will say yes. It goes into, and so it's very contradicting, and that's exactly how man is. Okay? And so, yeah, that's exactly how man is. Okay? So this is apparently not going to be a very long reading, at least not based on the cards that we have here. Again, Divine could be getting ready to go Divine could be going another route, getting ready to go another route. You could be getting ready to go another route. You plan to go here, but now you're going there. Or when you plan to go wherever, you find out that you're not going there, you're going somewhere else. Okay? So again, we have the King of Swords, okay, a very logical thinker, someone who is a head over heart thinker, someone who is methodical in their processes, okay, they think things through, okay. If I choose this path, what can I expect? If I choose this path, what can I expect? If I choose this path, what? Very methodical, very logical type of thinker. Ten of Wands, okay? All right? And Ten of Wands with the Two of Wands, okay? So the Ten of Wands with the Two of Wands, okay? So from this position, investigators, you, collective, you are viewing something, a situation, the world. This is how I am today. I can tell you that for sure. Okay? I am looking at the world from a distance and I am saying, what can I do? What can I do beyond what I am doing to express, to show, to teach, to reveal the truth about the truth and the things that we've been lied to for eons. Okay? So what is that? Okay? So looking here, Two of Wands, Ten of Wands. In between is the Eight of Wands. Okay? And the Eight of Wands represents a victory. Okay? And someone who is standing in their own power. That's what the Eight of Wands represents in between there. That's a 8. Okay? 10 minus 2. Okay? 2 minus 10, however you want to see it. 2 minus 10 is negative 8. Okay? I'll read the messages when we pull the cards out of the stack. Again, one angel number, 2112. Investigators, someone born on the 211th day of the year, or someone born on the 212th day of the year, someone born on the 221st day of the year. We'll look up only one of these synchronicities. What is the 221st day of the year? What is the 221st day of the year? That is not even reading that correctly. Okay, so there's there's something about that. What day of the year is the 221st day? See, it's still not. See, there's definitely something, communication blockage, communication something, for sure. That makes no sense. Why that would be so difficult to look up. That makes no sense. What is the 211th day of the year?
According to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, July 30th. This is the latest accepted revision, reviewed on the 12th of October 2025.
Okay, so it would not look up 221. Okay, so it would not look up 221. Okay, so the 211th day of the year is July 30th, 7:30. Okay, that is a 10. Okay. And so in my journeying and questions and all of that, one thing that I've been really good about recently is not having to be in my masculine energy. Okay? For those of you who do not understand that, I am not a homosexual. Okay? Or whatever you want to call it. Gay, faggot, whatever. It doesn't matter what you call it. Okay? It's dark energy, evil energy. Okay? Low vibrational energy. Okay? But my high being, my higher vibration, my high vibration is a divine feminine energy, okay? Even though I am a heterosexual male. And when I get into my divine masculine energy, it is a very aggressive type of energy, okay? It is like Genghis Khan warrior Mamba type of mentality. And it's just not very good for me to be in that energy for very long, although it is necessary, obviously, because I have both energies just like you do. So it is necessary at times, and for the last 2 years, I would say 2 of the last 3 years, I've needed that energy heavily, more than I've needed any other confirmation with the notifications popping up there on the phone. Okay? So, and those confirmations are about property. Okay? So, let's go ahead and find out what's going on here. Okay? So I talked about Ra, right? And Apophis, and the battle between Ra and Apophis. Okay? Here's the message. I'm going to read it to you, or for us. I'm afraid to show you off because I feel you are out of my league and others will make fun of me or try to steal you from me. Amun is not the sun, but Amun and Ra came into union with each other, but Ra is the sun part of Amun Ra, okay, as my right ear buzzes, okay? So, this individual right here, okay, leave they stupid ass on the side of the road, okay? Leave they ass on the side of the road, okay? Why would you want to be with someone who's afraid to show you off? Okay? I have a philosophy about that, or just a philosophy in general about relationships and that. And that is, we all want to be the winner and the prize. Okay? We all want to be the winner and the prize. So what do I mean when I say that? Okay? What I mean is, you want to be the prize that someone else wins. Okay? And if you are the prize, okay? If you are the trophy, okay? Hopefully they don't treat you like that, but they can carry you like that spiritually, right? On their arm, okay? Because they are the winner. Winners get trophies. Okay? If you don't believe me, go back and listen to the interview with Kobe when they asked him in the conference room after a playoff game, I don't know, in whatever year it was, 2008, 9, something like that. They asked him if he was done, or no, they asked him if he was happy or if he was with the win or whatever. And he was like, no. And like, why not? It's like, is the job done? Job's not done. So what are we celebrating? Okay. And that's something about sports that I don't understand either, is if you're down by 30 points and you get a touchdown, okay, so now you're down by 24 points. Don't be dancing. Get your ass out of the end zone. You still down by 24 fucking points. What are you dancing in the end zone for? The fuck? You should only dance either when you move ahead or when you already are ahead. There's no need. Why are you dancing in the end zone and your ass still down by 24 points? But I'm talking about the prize and the winner. Okay? So the winner is the one who receives the prize. So you want to be the winner and you want to be the prize, don't you? Right? We all do. Don't lie. We all do. Okay? We all do, including me. Okay? I'm looking at this name. Okay? Roman. Behind Amun Ra. That almost spells Roman. Look at that. You can rearrange that right there to spell Roman. Check that out. I just heard I'm not bullshitting. I'm not either. On the other side of Amun Ra, we have Minnesota. Okay? Could be something about Minnesota. Okay? Or do you know that they have found giant bones, giant, like Goliath, like that type of giant, Nephilim, Anunnaki, giant. If you are unfamiliar with how the downfall of man actually happened, it's because of the Anunnaki and Nephilim. Okay? Don't read the simple ass story that they tell you in the Bible. Don't believe that bullshit. Okay? Again, go beyond that. They barely even mention the name Yeshua in the Bible. And that's not even their original name. Okay? They use the second place name. Okay? So, and then they use the third, the trash name, Jesus, throughout the Bible. Okay? So Minnesota, but there have been giant bones found in Minnesota. This is not in your mainstream news. Go look it up. Go look it up. I've asked questions about the Vatican today. Chosen ones are scapegoats for the karmic elite, is what this card says. Okay. So this very logical person here, this individual right here is not a very logical person. Okay. Someone who is afraid to be with you because they're afraid to show you off, or they're afraid that their friends might want you. Again, that's a dumb. What's a motherfucker? Is an ignorant ass man. A bitch is an ignorant ass woman. That's a dumbass motherfucker or a dumbass bitch. I tried to stay out of my masculine energy. Okay? So that is not the same individual. That is not the same. Okay? I posted a video on the other channel, Esoteric Guidance Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. I posted a video some time ago. I'm just going to show you the video in case you are interested and want to go listen to it. But I posted this video because I needed to cut off the divine masculine, or disconnect myself from the divine masculine, That's a bullshitter. Okay? And I shouldn't even say divine masculine, because you can't be a divine masculine and be a bullshitter. Okay? You see that picture? That video right there? That video I posted. Okay? So, if you go to Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel, okay? If you go there, you can take a look at that video. Here's the channel. Okay? And I cussed they dumbass out. Okay? So chosen ones are scapegoats for the karmic elite. Other side. Again, I can already see what my frustration with teaching is going to be. I can already see it. Get off your lazy ass and do the work. What's the work? Whatever work you're supposed to be doing at this present moment in time. Do the work. Whatever it is. Communication, writing, drawing, call, whatever it is that you need to do that. Okay? We have two wands cards out here. Okay? Message and tarot. Wands. Communicate. This name keeps coming out here. It keeps coming out here. Fourth reading in a row. Fourth reading in a row, investigators. Fourth reading in a row. Okay? They could be looking out at the world like this, as I am. Okay? Or they could be in a world of shit. Okay? Again, so that's significant for the last 3 readings. Okay? Observing the world from a distance. Observing the world from a distance. Looking back at your journey so far, thus far, at your life, at the situations that have come your way, those things you've alchemized, those things you have yet to alchemize. Investigators, those things you are investigating that are not closed yet, the information that you have, now that you are getting information through downloads and synchronicities as well, now you're able to move forward with closing things out. Okay? Tsunami, physical tsunami on the way. Okay? Again, we have Typhoon 24, storm number 12. So that's a 12-12. Okay? That coincides. Oh, it's still in there. That coincides with the 21-12. Okay? 12-12, 21-12. Okay? Same numbers. Investigators, you have sensors, okay? Y'all call them gut feelings. So someone's hiding evidence, so ask them about it and then see what your gut says. That's your intuition, but see what your gut says, okay? Ask them about the hidden evidence and then, okay? There's also Hurricane Melissa in the Pacific. Hurricane Melissa. Okay, we also had Hurricane, I think that was a tropical storm. Yeah, okay, Hurricane Melissa. Okay, you might want to go check the names of the storms for this year. Investigators, they might coincide with whatever you're working on currently, one of your cases, multiple cases. Okay, go look at the storms to be named this year and the ones that already have been named. Okay, the most recent one I think is Imelda in the Pacific, in the Atlantic. Sorry, right? Okay, so it's been a straight downpour for the most part all day, and heavy wind gusts here. Okay, but again, in the northern hemisphere, I think that's the general waters right now. Like they're stirred, no matter the name of the body of water. It's all connected. I had a rough childhood, so I easily start thinking the worst case scenarios. I know most are illusions, but they feel so real. Okay, so someone hasn't learned how to break those karmic cycles of thought processes, creating anxiety in their own life. Okay, someone could be dealing with anxiety or have dealt with anxiety, see a therapist for anxiety. Okay, on the other side of the moon, okay, don't allow the weight of this matrix to deter you. Return to sender. Okay, return to sender. And we all have to keep this in mind at various times, whether it's when you're dealing with someone, investigators, okay, your personal life, or on a case. When you are in relationship with someone, okay, collective, all of that. Okay? Don't allow the weight of the matrix to deter you. Okay? Okay. This card says, it's up to you. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams will come true soon. Okay? So, Divine is encouraging you to stay the course, collective. On the other side, again, someone's passing in the next 90 days. This card, and this card have come out in the last 4 readings in a row. This card has been coming out since, I don't know, a week and a half or something, 2 weeks. Because we are still within the 90 days. That someone's going to be dropping dead. Dropping dead. Yesterday we read about Hank Gathers, who dropped dead. That's not a very nice way to say it, but they dropped dead on the basketball court. Okay? There's something about a Narcan. What is Narcan? What is Narcan? Narcan is a medicine that can save someone from a heroin, fentanyl, or prescription opioid medicine overdose. Narcan is the brand name for naloxone or something like that. Okay? Narcan, used to prevent an overdose. I don't think Narcan's going to help whoever that is that's passing away. Okay? We have Narc. Ten of Wands. And the laundromat investigators. There is a laundromat that is a cover-up. Okay? Investigators. There is a laundromat, laundry facility that is a cover-up. Someone who does laundry okay, or cleaners. It's a cover-up. Could be in Minnesota, okay? Taurus, Lucifer, that is Apophis, same thing, okay? Same thing. Someone's a racist, something about a genuine offer, okay? That could be coming from a logical individual, okay? Not the individual who's afraid to be with you because they are afraid to show you off or afraid that their friends will take you. So why don't they change the friends? Okay, so if they don't trust their friends around their man or woman, why don't they change the friends? Why don't they change the friends? I can't speak to the dumbassity of people. You know what I mean? I just can't. Okay? Someone is or will be. Okay? If divine is your employer, confirmation with that notification up there is if divine is your employer, you are never broke. I assure you of that. Okay? You are never broke. If man is your employer, them motherfuckers can bounce a payroll check. Okay? I worked for someone who bounced payroll checks every week, and I was the accountant writing the payroll. They bounce checks every week, payroll checks, every pay period. Okay? I left them, that company, needless to say. I feel more optimistic about life and ready to get out of my shell to share my joy and my ideas with you and the rest of the world. Okay? So, there we go with this energy. Okay? And this is the Queen of Wands with the King of Swords. Okay? On the other side of that, we have today is a day of recompense. Today is a day of making amends. Okay? Whatever today means. Okay? For me, there's only a few more hours left in the day. So for me, in the current time zone that I am in, okay? Today, whatever that means for you. Again, I've learned to not take it literally when divine says, today this is going to happen. When divine says, this is happening soon. When divine says, this is on the way. I've learned to not take it so literally and be foolishly optimistic. And what do I mean by foolishly optimistic? By putting a date stamp on something. That is foolishly optimistic when divine gives you word about something arriving. Okay? Because it could be February. Okay? It doesn't mean today. Okay? It could be December. It doesn't mean today. It could mean next week. It doesn't mean today. So, again, okay? Someone killed a mother or father for inheritance. Second time I've seen that today. I saw it when I was shuffling off camera. Tupac. Okay? We'll look up his information. We do from time to time. Okay? But I love him enough to look it up again. Okay? Born 6/16/616/7D1. Okay? So, those are all sevens, or 616, and 71. Okay. And then 913 investigators, 96. Okay. 913, 96. Everybody, I can't say everybody, but generally speaking, if they have internet access, people know what that being looked like that lifetime. Okay. Pull some randoms, and yeah. Tarot as usual at the end before we go, but this looks like this is going to be a pretty quick reading. Again, the energy is, I don't want to say stagnant, but the energy is slow. Okay. So someone's using a fake name. Nancy could be using a fake name, or they're using Nancy's name. Nancy Reagan. Nancy Reagan. Look up Nancy Reagan's information. Sherry, investigators. Sherry, Crown Protection. Okay. I have been meditating throughout the day. Nancy Reagan. Dawn. Okay. Again, came out yesterday's second reading. So there's a sibling. Again, doing witchcraft against someone. Okay, that sibling's name could be Dawn. Or you could be Dawn, you're the victim. So Nancy Reagan, born 7/6. Okay, so we have 6/16 and 7/6, 21. So Nancy Reagan, July 6th, 1921, passed March 6th, 2016. Okay. Born Nancy Davis. Oh no, I'm sorry. Born Anne Frances Robbins. Anne Frances Robbins. So none of Nancy's name is her real name. Her birth name. None of it. Anne Frances Robbins. Did Nancy Reagan legally change her name from Anne Frances to Nancy? Yes. Nancy Reagan legally changed her name from Anne Frances Robbins to Nancy Davis after her stepfather, Loyal Davis, adopted her in 1935. Something about an adoption and a name change. She did not legally change her name to Nancy, as her birth name was Anne Frances Robbins, but she was commonly called Nancy by her mother. That's a good trivia question. What is Nancy's real name? Nancy Reagan's real name? That's a good trivia question. Only historians would probably get that right. We were never taught in school that Nancy Reagan is not her real name. And in fact, I was in school while they were president, while she was the first lady of the United States. They never told us that that wasn't her real name. Never. We were always taught Nancy Reagan. Okay? The legal name change was to Nancy Davis, and she adopted the name Nancy, nickname. Very interesting. So there could be something, again, about you being adopted and someone changing a name from what it was originally to what you are known as and what you answer to today. Okay? Someone could call me by my legal name today and ooh, I'd barely answer, to be honest with you. Okay? And to prove that point, everyone in Vietnam, they call me Nehru because that's what I tell them my name is. And that's what's on all my apps. So, yeah. Okay. President, speaking of which, he's in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and we're talking about we're talking about Nancy Reagan. Okay? Ronald, let's look up Ron's information. Someone in this energy is ascending now. Ronald Reagan. Okay? Born February 26, so he's a 6 birthday and she's a 6th birthday. 26 2000 1911. He could already be back. Okay? And might be reelected as president of the United States again in a new form. Who knows? Okay? June 6, 2004. Okay? Ronald Wilson Reagan, 40th president, 40th president. Preceded by Jimmy James Carter. Okay? I believe Jimmy Carter lived to be 100 years old, I believe. Let's check and see real quick. Yep, 100. Yep, sure did. Okay. Yep. Ooh. Oh, okay. No. Okay, so Ronald Reagan served 81 to 89 investigators, 81, 89, 1898. Okay, succeeded by George H.W. Bush. Okay, the Skull and Bones member. Okay, he was the 2nd generation. George W. Bush is the 3rd generation. Okay, George Herbert Walker Bush, the 1st president. Okay, his father, thankfully, he only served 1 term. His father is one of the original Skull and Bone members who helped move it to Yale University, which is where it has been since they moved it there in 3, 9, 12, whenever that was. Okay, Skull and Bones. Could be a president, something deal with a president of something else. Okay. Okay, take a look at these names, investigators. Melinda, Keisha, Sherry. We have Sherry out here twice. Ebony. Okay. They could pronounce this Cherie, whatever. Okay. Sherry, Cherie. Okay. A dinner invite. Okay. Asthma. Okay. So someone is having a difficult time breathing. This could be a spiritual thing. They could be suffocating spiritually. Okay. And this says filter required at this time. Yeah, that's why I didn't say, I just laughed a moment ago. That's why I didn't say what I was going to say. And again, that's why it's not good for the general public. If I'm in my divine masculine energy, it's just not good. Typically, those are days when I need to stay to myself. Okay, something about blank. Okay, someone's name or blank check. Something's blank. A tape, a recording. Someone could have recorded something. Now it's blank. Okay, someone could have erased footage. We had hidden evidence. Investigators, they could give you a blank tape. That's not the tape that has the information on it. It's another tape that has the information on it. It's the one that's hidden. Okay, listen to subliminal messages today. Okay, if you are so inclined. Someone could have ebony skin, dark skin, ebony. Could be something about opposites, ebony and ivory. Could be something about opposites. I mentioned racial issues before. I said Rachel. Okay. So this is a collective manifestation is what this is here. Okay. So your ancestors helping you, investigators, your ancestors helping you. Solve the crimes, collective, your ancestors helping you. See the truth about those who you are in connection with, who you need to hold on to, who you need to release. Okay? And when I say hold on to, don't beg them to stay. All right? When I get done with this, I'm going to go listen to that video that I showed you on my other channel. I'm going to go listen to that video again. Anything else, Divine? Anything else at this time? Collective needs to know, see, hear. Divine, anything else? Anything else for the investigators? Take both of these cards, and we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so a manifestation team's helping you, your spiritual team helping you manifest this Pentacle here, this King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't matter who it is, okay? It could be a business opportunity. It doesn't have to be romantic, okay? It could just be about the coin, okay? These reveal, the Three of Cups reveals full body cleanse. Again, you see the incense, they've been burning the entire time. Sage incense, by the way. Julian, Juliana, Gianna, Georgia, investigators, take a look. The King of Pentacles is revealing new laws and policies will be written because of you, collective. Take a look. New laws and policies will be written because of you, collective. This is going to bring a certain level of notoriety. Okay, this is going to bring a certain level of notoriety. Okay, if nothing else, when the bill is signed, typically whoever it's who the family or the victims are typically standing next to the president when the bill is signed, right? In the news conference or in the broadcast, right? Typically the victims, whoever the bill is seeing, even if it's a mayor or a governor, typically the victims are standing right there in the camera. So it brings a certain level of notoriety. Okay? Okay? And stumbling, bumbling over their words. Okay? Someone stumbling, bumbling over their words. Looking at Gabrielle, Isaac, Anthony, Yvonne, Yvette. Okay? As a reminder, do your sacral work, collective. to block those who send you sacred magic, okay? It could be even during your dream state, okay? That they could be attempting to send you this information. Let's go ahead and get some karmic cards from the karmic deck. What's the karmics? What's the karmics? What's the karmics? Who's the karmic? Who's the karmic? Who's the karmic? Again, a confirmation. Only one card came out. So what did I say earlier about anxiety? Okay? So you know what? This Seven of Wands energy here is anxiety. I'm afraid to show you off because I feel you are out of my league. So that's anxiety. Okay? You know what I would tell them? Don't bring your ass over here then. That's what I would tell them. I'm just saying, don't bring your ass over here. Don't reach out to me then. Okay? Because I wouldn't want to be with someone who doesn't want me around because they're afraid their friends are going to take me. What kind of trouble? What does that say about me? And again, what does that say about their friends? You keep friends around you who you think are going to take your spouse? That's some dumbass shit right there. Anxiety. And you know what people would do in most of those cases? They would get rid of the boyfriend or the girlfriend. And I don't even like saying that. That's so immature. They would get rid of their partner, okay? Before they got rid of their friends. Most people consider their partners below their friends. Even in marriages, most people consider their friends more important than their spouse. If that's not bass backwards, I don't know what is. Okay? I will never have a friend that's more important than the woman who's wearing the ring I put on her finger, or the woman I said I do to, or the woman I committed to, the woman I vowed to. No one will ever be more important. Not a mother, not a father, not a daughter, not a son. No one will ever be more important than her. Okay? All them other ones can be replaced. It's true. We can have more kids. It's true. We may not want to, but we could have more kids. Nothing is more. We can get another job. We can create another career. Nothing is more important than that union. I encourage you to approach it that way. Okay? So when they show you something otherwise, you know to walk away. I think that's it. I think that's all we're going to do right now because the energy is what it is. Yeah. So, the names we have out here, investigators, just as a reminder, we have Juliana, Julian, could be Julie, Gianna, okay, Gianna Bryant. We look up her information on a regular basis. Let's go ahead and show that baby some more love. Oh, I need to plug this up. It's... Okay. Gianna Marie Honor Bryant, better known as Gigi. Okay, born 5/1/16, or excuse me, 6/5/16. Okay, so that's a 6/6. 5/1 is a 6. May 1st is a 6. 2006. Okay, of course, she was on the helicopter, right ear buzzing. She was on the helicopter, okay, with Kobe and 7 others on January 26th, 2020, helicopter crash. Okay? We have Georgia. We have Roman, or something about Roman. Again, I talked about Roman Catholic earlier and them dumbasses and what they do to lie. Okay? And how slavery got started. Okay? So Roman, Kerner, Melinda, Keisha, Sherry, Ebony, Minnesota, put down the Bible. Put down the Bible. Someone's passing in the next 90 days. Dawn. Blank. The movie Blank Man, that was I need to go get the charger because this is gonna, I don't even know if it's gonna show me I don't know if there's enough charge on here to even show me. Let's see. Look up the cast of Blank Man. So Damon Wayans, David Allen Greer, Mike Bender, Robin Givens, Michael Wayans, and Lynn Thigpen. Lynn. We had Ann Lynn with Sabrina Ann Lynn Carpenter. Okay? All right? We have a president out here. Welcome to Southeast Asia, President Trump. Welcome to Southeast Asia. Not that I'm one to welcome him here. The country doesn't belong to me, or the region doesn't belong to me. All right, someone's using a fake name. Oh, and Nancy. Okay, so thank you so much, collective investigators, for all that you do to help us rid our lives of these karmic lies, deceptions, and miscues that go on. Okay, because they are miscues. Sometimes we get caught up. Sometimes we get carried away in the drama of it all. Okay. Divine Source, I thank you for this day, whatever it is, to produce whatever it is meant to be. Again, I try to be nice and stay in my divine feminine energy as much as possible, because the other side is not good. Again, I'm a fighter. Okay, so that's what I do. Okay, I whoop ass. I don't have time to sit here and debate back and forth, and I was never in debate class. I don't have time to sit here and argue with you about the truth. Okay? If you don't believe me for the fruit that's on the tree, I don't know what to say. Right, collective? There's nothing to say. If they don't believe you for the fruit that's on your tree, if they don't believe that you're blessed because you are, okay? And it's evident you are by your protection, by your healing, it's evident you are. You don't need to try to convince them. Let them go. Okay? Thank you so much as always again for tuning in. My name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial, earth angel, light worker, Gaia beacon, descendant, seated 2 seats to the right of Most High Erevat. That is Divine Source, the great I am, God, Yahweh, whatever, Jehovah, falsely, Jehovah, whatever y'all want to call them. The creator of all light. Okay? Thank you so much as always, and be encouraged.